Hey over there, Joe Lunchbox.
I'm Joy Nightingale.
And today we have landed right here in Metropolis, Illinois. Now yes, writer Jerry Siegel and artist Joe Shuster might have dreamt up Superman in Cleveland, Ohio, but the town of Metropolis, Illinois truthfully embraces it. And that's what we're here to see today. Roadside attractions in this small town of Metropolis, Illinois. They have a Superman statue and other statues, even a museum. So we're gonna bring you along as we check it out. Hopefully you like this kind of thing. If you do, you should like this video, subscribe to our channel, comment down below. All that's so appreciated. Much love. It's time to do this. Step right up. Let's go for this ride. Greetings from Metropolis, Illinois. Superman cornhole being used as flagpoles next to the big sphere that says the Daily Planet with Kryptonite in it. Superman, be careful, stay away. As you enter the town of Metropolis, you'll be coming down Market Street. You'll have the Super Museum on your right. But that road dead ends at the man himself. For truth, justice, and the American way. Superman, America first saw him at Action Comics #1 in 1938, but now he is a tourist attraction in the middle of this town, and he is glorious. In case you couldn't guess the time we're filming this, it is December. He is wearing a Santa hat. I brought all my camera equipment, get good photos of him. I wasn't planning for him to be dressed like Santa, but que sera, sera. He still is pretty awesome. And look at this, we could actually get right up to Superman. I wasn't expecting to be able to literally walk up to the Man of Steel. There is a superhero in all of us. We just need the courage to put on the cape. Superman. We actually even have a dedication prayer to Superman. Stuff I didn't think I would see. See? It actually says, made available the Superman statue. The dedication, we can see all these people helped make this statue possible. And these bricks continue fully around the statue, and we are actually standing in a Superman shield. Some fun facts about the Superman statue as I read them from this plaque. The Superman statue is the largest Superman statue in the world and is 15 feet tall and weighs over 6,000 pounds. Man of Steel, yep, check. The Superman statue was ordered on November 17, 1992. In the same month, Superman died in the comics, Superman the Man of Steel #17. The statue actually was unveiled on June 5th, 1993. A parachute was used to cover the statue for the unveiling. The bronze statue replaced the original statue that was only 8 feet tall and weighed 200 pounds with the cost of $1,000. So he actually is bronze, has been painted. He's not steel, sorry. Man of bronze, yeah. And this is what I was talking about. Joe Shuster and Jerry Siegel, who created the iconic character Superman in 1938. And it says, Robert Bob Westfield, a Metropolis businessman who made the observation that his hometown and Superman's hometown shared the same name of Metropolis. In discovering that Metropolis, Illinois was the only town of that name, Bob was the spark that created the relationship between the Massac County Chamber of Commerce and DC Comics. And did you know Metropolis, Illinois is a super city? Well, now you do know that, because it says it right there. I don't know what this building is, but it's interesting. On the corner of 3rd Street and Ferry Street, we have a big piece of Kryptonite. This glowing green meteor is the largest specimen of its kind known to exist. It fell to Earth shortly after the planet Krypton exploded into a billion fragments. It landed on the Cannonmore family farm. After landing, scientists rendered it powerless and totally harmless to even Superman. The Cannonmore family brought the green rock to Metropolis and placed it here to represent friendship and good luck to all who touch it. And so, we the citizens of Metropolis, Illinois, home of Superman, bid fair welcome to all from planet Earth and beyond. I touched it! That means they bid me well.
Yay.
You touched it! That means they bid you well too. Clark, we're coming for you. And by that, I mean we're making our way to the Super Museum. But what the heck is behind it?
Paparazzi Plaza.
Paparazzi Plaza.
Oh, I think it's the American Hollywood Museum. Yeah.
It was the American Hollywood Museum. We have Bob's Big Boys, another globe, a train. I wish this was still a thing. Look how amazing these streets names are. West 5th Street is actually Superman Square, which is the American way. American Hollywood Museum and Gift Store. Fantastic family attraction. See, it had Houdini. It says don't miss it. Sadly, I think we missed it. Possibly by even a few years. The town square might have the Superman statue, but that's not the only statue to embrace the legacy of Superman. There's other characters represented in statue form in the town too. Just take a look at this. We got Lois Lane and the Daily Planet. Here we have a replica of the Daily Planet. Just like on top of the building. You know, Clark Kent knows Lois Lane from the Daily Planet. It says, Noelle Neal acted in almost 100 movies, but she is best known for her portrayal of Lois Lane in the television series The Adventure of Superman. Miss Neal, also known as the First Lady of Metropolis, has been a favorite celebrity guest of numerous Superman celebrations. And that is the Lois Lane we get here today. We can see a lot of people must have donated to make this statue. Super Friends of Metropolis, we love you, Noelle. Ooh, even Harrah's Metropolis Casino and Hotel. You could gamble on Lois Lane. Do you want to be the Man of Steel? You know how you can make that happen? By joining Thor's gym. Wait a second. Marvel Universe, what are you doing in DC land? I don't know about this. In Metropolis, we don't have regular big boys. We have super big boys. It even says it on his feet. The super big boy. Here in Metropolis. But the question is your burger super? It looks pretty normal. It's a double. I see that.
No, he's super for holding it.
Mm-hmm. I love how his flip of his hair sort of reminds me of if only he came down a little.
Oh.
Very Superman-esque. It's interesting. I always thought Bob's Big Boys were made out of fiberglass, but he is a Man of Steel. There's no doors. How do I change? You're all gonna look at me and laugh at me. Did you know Superman could ride a unicycle? I guess all Kryptonians know how to ride unicycles. So look at that museum in all its glory. This museum is called the Super Museum. And in the town of Metropolis, what better name for a Superman museum? Name the Super Museum. And that's what they have here, the Super Museum and Gift Store. We're about to go inside, see what it's about, and share it with you. But judging from the outside, I have a good feelings about this spot. The Super Museum, which has a super old car parked in front of it. 1974 Chevrolet Del Rey. A bench in front of the Super Museum dedicated to Martha Kent, the best of Smallville. Supergirl, you must be Supergirl. Does Supergirl have her own song?
Well, now she does.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Yes! Nailed it. Outside the museum, the windows are posted with comic strips. Welcome kids, 5 to 105. Yes! I'm able to go in. The Super Museum Showcase, the largest Superman collection on the planet. Above the phone booth, we have Superman launching into space, flying away. And boy, is this museum super. Now, this was the largest private collection of Superman memorabilia. Look We can see them finding Clark when he just landed. Have all different shields. I always wonder when I see like this wood Superman, where did that come from? Oh, I can find it right here actually. As you can see, this piece of cutout has quite history. Number one, mural, see the Amazing World of Superman Expo. So I guess it was right over there. George Reeves as Superman. I'm talking about the Adventures of Superman. The intercom system, telephone, typewriters, desk lamps, hat rack, etc. were used from the series in 1953 to 57. Many times also used on the old Dragnet TV series. See the old TV show? See the radio? And there's that phone. I don't know, Joy. I heard this was a Superman museum. But all I see is Clark Kent. Come on, where's Superman? Oh, that explains it. It's not just movie and TV props. We actually have some memorabilia, like toys and keychains and wind-up toys. When I was a little boy, I always wanted a Superman wallet. And here's the man we have to thank for this museum, Jim Hambrick. This was all his collection. It's a big collection. Under construction, I guess we can't see the ways into the Batcave. We're going even older. Kirk Allen Superman. It's crazy when you see what the costume really looks like when it's not in black and white. We have a piece of Kryptonite. Do you think Superman could throw a baseball faster than a speeding bullet? Here we have a signed shield that says Noel Neal. She was Lois Lane. We saw her statue outside. That's super. That's super. They're all super. Now, figure, Superman, known to the public since 1938. Can you imagine how many toys, action figures, sculptures, memorabilia have been made? This museum goes back. This is big. The movies lied to us all, Joy.
Yeah.
Only that green glowing stone could hurt Superman, we were told. But that's not true. You know why?
Why?
Because if you blindfolded a kid and gave him a stick, that could hurt Superman too. I love some of the props. A foam rubber Nikon used in the Hoover Dam scene circa 1978. Hanging above us is an astronaut from Superman #2. We have some movie-used Krypton power crystals circa 1978. Actual props used by Marlon Brando and Christopher Reeve. In one scene, a crystal was thrown to erect the Fortress of Solitude, while the other crystal was used to power the starship of Kal-El, son of Jor-El and Laura of the planet Krypton. I bet you that phone got super good reception. Growing up, this was my Superman movie. A section just for me, Superman lunchboxes. We have rows and rows. This stuff's amazing. Back there I cracked a joke about phone reception and the superphone. Well, how many superphones do you think I'm going to find in this museum? We have a bunch of Superman telephones with different color bases, different Kryptonite toys like a super bouncy ball. I actually have that hot sauce at home. The iconic image of Action Comics. You see Superman holding the car. Here we actually could see a copy of that Action Comics #1, 1938. The original Superman cover. With all those abilities, do you think Superman was a super good athlete? Because they have Superman sports memorabilia. Ooh, the important comics. As a kid, I stayed at my friend Tom's sleepover birthday party when I was a little kid, and that right there was the very first comic I ever got. And because I didn't really collect comics, and I was like, wait, Superman just came back. Then 2 days later, I went out and bought that comic. I had to learn about Superman. Why did he die? Why did he come back? But look right here. #1, I'm pretty sure it's a reprint if it's costing $1. I don't think people spent $1 for a comic back then, but it is still cool. Joy keeps going, hey, well, here's his sign, I'm not that cool. From Superman to Supergirl. Yep, we actually have a whole section here to Supergirl. From memorabilia to props. Oh, you gotta love those plastic masks. Smallville. This Chloe Sullivan top was worn by Allison Mack during the production of Smallville. I was expecting memorabilia, movie props, but imagine stuff like this collection's so massive. Original flying rig used by Helen Slater as Supergirl in 1984. Says she did most of her own stunts. Her acrobatic abilities amazed the entire cast. Original Superman and Ultra Woman costumes worn by Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher and Lois and Clark. When I say this museum has everything, even Terry Hatcher's wedding dress. Some pitch cards signed by George Reeves and his Superman belt. When George Reeves played Clark Kent, you know you have to break away that outfit to be Superman really quick. So here is Clark Kent's breakaway shirt. It's interesting. This exact breakaway shirt was actually on display at the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. from 1966 to 1995. And now you can see it here. See, we have a little diorama of Superman meeting the mole people. We got the mole people's bald caps, and not one, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey kids, you want to be being strong? Eat your Wheaties like Superman. Metropolis souvenirs. Over years, dozens and dozens of keepsakes have been created. Here is a sample of Metropolis merchandise, past and present. We have a mask, handmade mask for a 7-year-old for a birthday party, donated in 1994. You can see it was actually made out of the comics. We were talking about people that created Superman. Look at this. Joe Shuster's umbrella, circa 1983. Just hanging out here. Oh, pendants. I wish they still sold that. That's cool souvenir. And there is amazing Superman memorabilia store attached to the museum. Get all your Superman stuff. Super museum and store all in one. And you can get a lot of Superman and cool stuff here. Man of Steel made out of shattered glass. Beautiful stained glass Superman as we make our way out. Oh boy, was that great. If you like comic books, if you like Superman, that museum was awesome. To see a collection that big.
It's pretty cool.
Mind blown. Like, this isn't off a main road in Illinois. It's not like in the city of Chicago. This was a trip that I am so glad we made. New York to Metropolis, worth it. We saw Superman.
We did.
We went to a museum.
We did.
I got my photo with a Super Bob Big Boy.
He did.
I touched Kryptonite.
You did.
And I didn't.
Because you're not Superman.
I know, it didn't hurt me. But I think we call it. I love this. You should come here, by the way. Just museum awesome. Just want to put that out there again. All right. Superman here in Metropolis, and also the Super Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Been there, done that. Remember, folks, safe travels.
Good eats.
And live life. I have one question for you.
What?
If I go crazy, will you still call me Superman?
Well, yeah, if you're dressed like that, definitely.
We have a super jacket, but hold on, we're gonna turn on our Superman vision. Oh, so sorry.